All right, hello everyone. Um, it's official. I am back to raiding as much as I can here, trying to get my skulls back up. I have two raids for you, and both are awesome. Both of them I found on YouTube, which kind of kills some of the fun of it, but it helps ensure that I get the best that there is to get. And so here is the first one. It is Grandexablau something. And if you get this one, you're in for a treat. So here it is. I actually found about 5 or 6 people on YouTube that have rated this guy already. And like the first 4 were not very pleasant to watch, but the 5th one was done by a pro, and he tore that base apart like I would do on one of my better days. I don't always do things as flawlessly as he did it, but especially I didn't do it here. I really kind of blew it on a couple instances, but I still took everything that there was to take, so whatever. But we'll get to that. So I'm going to go ahead and just aim for one of the doors here so I don't accidentally blow up one of the chests on the inside that I don't need. I forgot what the name of the raider was, something like Neaplan or something, and he totally got every single one of these trunks open. So here it is. Oh, I didn't look right there. Let me take care of the wave. So this is the big jackpot that I have been waiting for ever since the last big rating update. I've heard all kinds of people getting it and never me, so it's a little late to be getting it since I already got a whole bunch of these, but I'm still happy to have gotten it right here. Open. Ba-doom. 20 forest mags. And I am not wasting time. I'm going to go ahead and... For some reason I was thinking that reading these might cause noise, so that's why I was double checking. I don't know why I thought that. I think I saw somebody else like being cautious doing it and had me a little freaked out. So 8 magazines later and I am maxed out. So I'm going to take the rest of those home. Who knows, they might be valuable someday. I know Star Snipe was talking about trading them and stuff, and who knows if that'll ever happen. So here is the number 2 best chest, filled full of guns. The 3rd best chest, which is filled full of melee. And the one that is next to this one, like to the bottom right, has 2 military backpacks if you need that. But there's some SWAT armor. And there's only one other chest, and I really screwed this video up again doing my pausing the video and forgetting to turn it back on. So there's a massive missing chunk of this, and it is in a horrible... You don't get to hear me scream, no, when I like blow it, but... You'll see that coming up here. And I'm just going to put some stuff away real quick. I now have like 4 or 5 rating mags plus these 12. And so the white chest that is to the right, lower right of the one I opened that had the magazines has a it has a dealer crate in it, and you will get whatever random stuff you get. I think the other guy got a Glock and I got like a melee weapon or something, a machete or something. So that's going to be random. And I'm going to go ahead and die here and come back. And I think this is where I like, I don't know. Maybe I'll show you the base or something first. Yeah, about to die. Yeah, I go back to my base first. All right, it's time to open these, learn these skills, and dog breeder maxed, lumberjack maxed. Will it be the last one? It sure is. Again, so that is the first active skill I've got. I actually haven't even tried it yet. I forgot. That's not the one obviously I want. I want the third pocket. But I'll definitely be trying out the sprint next time I play. So that's pretty exciting. I'll grab my military backpack, and I'm grabbing one C4. Now, I have pretty much the best loot that there is in this base, but there was one section of the base that nobody had opened up yet. And so to kind of pay it forward, I'm going to go ahead and open up that one section. Unfortunately, I committed the #1 faux pas of raiding. Yeah, I did it, and it was so stupid. But I did not put the C4 in my chopper. And when I went to go in to double check some loot, of course, it targets the wall behind me and blows up the big section that I did not want to go into. And so I did go ahead and pop open another little wooden section that nobody else had opened in their videos. So at least I got to show that off. So I am sorry, that was a huge screw up. I would have liked to have seen what was in that one section and add to the collection on YouTube of what there is and help everybody out. So I think this is the part where I screwed it up and you don't get to see it. So yeah, I got the trader, extremely rare. The hacker I got early. It was not my last skill, obviously. And now I have sprint. So the dealer and sprint were both, I think, the last. Dealer might have been second to last one, but sprint's not even extremely rare, and I still. So this is me after blowing up the wall. I finally realized I had not hit record again, which is head. And the entire lower section here that I've popped open, I didn't do a very good job of going in and showing you guys that. There's not a whole lot in there. There is one chest, I think it's the top orange chest, or maybe the one to the left of that has a bunch of cameras. So there's like 5 stacks of cameras if you are really desperate for lenses. But just check out that other guy's video, something with an N. And he did a really good job of popping every single thing open. I'm going to take the SWAT and pretty much geared up with everything there is to take. So that stone wall right there is where I was going to blow up. So if you get a chance and you're willing to sacrifice for the team, definitely I would love to see what was in there. So there's just one small box in here. And it was empty. And I'm not sure if I saw anybody else pop up this schmelter box. Maybe they did and I just didn't see it, but I decided to go ahead and pop that one open too, just out of curiosity. I'm just kind of double checking here. And I usually like to get SWAT boots over any other thing. I mean, it doesn't provide the most armor, but getting that extra speed boost is always nice. All right. And nothing. So I think I was remembering I didn't check the truck, which I already was pretty sure nothing was in there, but went back for a quick look. So the loot on this one was the guns here and the magazines, shotgun up there as well. That's what I took home on my first trip. I have no idea what the magazines are worth. Obviously, you know, when you're sneaking stuff home on the chopper, it doesn't count. I got 4 more guns in my chopper, 4 in my backpack, all the SWAT armor, all that melee. In addition to the SWAT armor I'm wearing right now as well. So an incredibly good haul there. There's my magazines, although I just got another Raiders mag. I just did the farm a second ago. And I got the light head for the Skull Crusher, which is kind of one of those mods that's like got a lot of downsides to offset the upsides, but I'm going to try that out anyways. And let's see what it takes to make the Raiders happy for this incredibly awesome raid. $20, $3, $1. These poor Raiders don't know anything, apparently. One of the best raids I've had since 1.9. And they think it's worth 1 bauxite. So once again, I'm overindulging them quite a bit based off of what they think is fair. So, and so this is the other thing I wanted to add is that, and I'll pause it here when this pops up, but these raider tasks seem to be a little repetitive here. So I've gotten 4th floor like 4 times in a row now. I got the med kits 3 times in a row, the abominations like 4 times in a row, the tactical armor like 3 times in a row. I mean, the last, not this one, but the last 2 previous raider tasks were identical. All 5 of them were identical. And I thought that was a little weird. And then I started seeing other people comment about they're noticing it too. So I think there might be something going on with the Raiders task right now. Unfortunately, I really don't like doing the first aid med kits. And 4th floor, I really don't like it. It's a very expensive floor to do that doesn't really have very good rewards unless you're hard up for steel, which I'm not. So that's about it. So let me skip over to my next awesome raid here. 1 second. Okay, so this raid is Hajaar, Hajaar. Sorry, I'm messing around with this. Get on there. And once again, I looked this one up and I saw 1 or 2 guys had raided this base already. I think it was 2 people. And I did, it cost me 3 C4, but I really wanted to see what was in the section that they didn't do. And so there's some interesting things going on in here that I'll get to once the raid gets going. But overall, very worth it raid. 3 C4 is incredibly expensive. It was actually the very last C4 I had. So now I got to go use some floppies and hope I start getting lucky. But this raid was worth it for the amount of weapons and whatnot I got out of it. So learned my lesson, keeping the C4 safely put away in the chopper until I'm absolutely going to use it. And major disappointment. So there's 2 of these weapon stands. I knew to blow up here to blow it up in the process. Not that it matters, it doesn't make any noise, but I didn't have to use some axe that way. But the raids that I watched had these things loaded out with good full quality guns, VSSs, shotguns. The one on the right here has nothing, and the one on the left has just an AK. So I wasted a C4 just for 1 AK, which was pretty lousy. I was expecting to get 8 good quality guns, and I got that instead, and Why is that the case? I don't know. I know that sometimes there's some differences, but that was a pretty extreme difference. The whole rest of the raid looks pretty much identical, so that's, I don't know if that's typical with weapon stands. And did I edit this out? Hopefully I edited this out. Let's see. Alright, it doesn't look like I edited this out. Let me go forward. Okay, so number 2. This is when I was getting worried that everything was going to be missing. And let me fast forward. Anybody left? Alright, well. Very nice of this guy to provide all these spikes for me. I always bring a gun just in case. You never know when you're going to get cornered. So, wait for this guy to come around. So the chest up above here had nothing really valuable in it. Squirrel! Engine part, hammers. And this is so far the big jackpot. That one was totally worth the C4 for me, at least. And then this upper section was a mystery. So, debating whether or not I want to keep a shotgun. Sometimes the shotguns are nice for quickly getting rid of the abominations when you don't have a VSS, which obviously I do. And, alright, so I screwed up the editing there a little bit too, but I blew into here and we get some armor and gas. So, pretty nice. Was that worth a C4? No. Well, I don't know. The gas is pretty valuable, depending on what your needs are. And just gonna get sorted out here. Put my stuff away and go die. And deciding where to put my body. And that's a good spot right there. Okay, back at the base. Grab my pack. And you'll see my base is under attack. This was a revenge raid I got, and kind of having some problems with my infected chest trap. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but it keeps getting triggered, which destroys my outer layer. I started to wrap some stone around it. I don't know what I'm doing. I thought about getting rid of it, which, to be honest, I don't even know how to get rid of it. It's a little worrisome, but I think I'm just going to encase it in stone and hope the problem goes away for now, but that's what's going on. I don't know if I just go over and kill everybody. Do they stop coming because the leftovers of the chest are still there? And I don't know. I like the idea of it. I think it's kind of cool, even if it's a shisty maneuver for somebody that actually raids your base. But I don't think anyone's ever raided my base, so I don't know. But I got to do something about it because I'm getting really tired of going through 5 stacks of wood trying to fix everything. Alright, so time to load up. Once again, in case you don't know, the fur armor, you do not need the boots or the hat, headgear, whatever. If you go up north, the best thing to wear is the tactical camouflage hat and boots with the fur shirt and pants. That gives you the maximum amount of armor. If you use SWAT for your helmet and your boots, you'll get cold. But if you do what I said, you will not get cold, and that will give you the highest armor ranking possible. Fur armor is pretty expensive to make, so it also makes things cheaper. So I'm just kind of gearing up here with everything. Bunch more guns. And I am, of course, going to pop open that last trunk. Nothing in there. Getting situated just in case. All right. Sorry, it's taking me a second. And here we go. 91 noise, 98, nothing. So if you come here, don't bother doing this top section here. I went ahead and opened up the smelter just to check that. I could have opened up the recycler instead, and who knows. And I was totally getting stuck here. Like, I'm trying to move right there, and I'm like panicking because I'm in a tiny room and worried the big one's going to come trap me somehow. But it got unstuck and I got out. So I'll show you what I got for a nice, very nice revenge raid. On the bottom row there, all 4 of those guns plus 20 stack of gas is very nice. And then look at that abomination go. He was hauling. 4 more guns in my chopper. All the melee weapons. That engine part is very special. And then I got all the armor. So let me go show you why it's special. And dun da da da. 200. I finally got 200 engine parts. And I have zero intention of putting those in my ATV. We'll see what happens if they change the recipe or what's going to happen. Even with it, even with 200 engine parts, it could still take me forever to find the transmission. That could be like the new chopper tank that takes me 7-8 months to get. And then there's the ATV skill, which could also take 7 or 8 months to get. I mean, I'm a long ways off on maxing out that, and the chances of me getting that on you know, one of my early ones is probably about the same as what it was for getting the Sprint. So all right, guys, hope you enjoyed. Those were 2 very good raids for me. I'm finally kind of feeling like I'm getting back into the swing of things here. I got 3 days of raid meter and 3 skulls. So hopefully I'll get another revenge tomorrow, and I'll be back into doing daily raids. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Bye-bye.